Yeah, the difference in the weather for a Sunday morning from yesterday. I mean, yesterday I was doing laundry all day, as you probably could see from the previous video. But it was gorgeous. Now today it's dull, it's cooler. I've just started closing the windows because it's got that much cooler, and it's spitting of rain. So the difference it is than it was yesterday. So I'm starting off today by putting some more laundry away because I didn't put it all away. We're gonna have a movie session, I think late afternoon, early evening, and just generally getting a few pieces done, get a meal cooked. Having to do a few pieces in the kitchen, so hopefully you'll follow me on my day. Right, so I'm in the main bedroom. I'm just putting hubby's socks away, as said, and I've shared how I've organised his socks. It works out how it helps him to put the socks. Sometimes he puts the socks away or gets them out rather than just having them. I used to have them just like this without the dividers, or I had them rolled so they were sort of going that way, so they were like that. Without the dividers, and he'll just pull one out and it all seems to get messy. So this has worked out really well. I've had this system now for a fair few years. My son's got just the small plastic ones like that, but his usually pretty good as well, and I have the same system as my son. So hubby's the only one that's got the dividers. I think they came in a set. I'm sure they came in a set. With the different ones, these ones and the ones with the different segments, as you'll probably see when I put my son's socks away, and they all came from B&M, and I've had this system in place a good many years now. So quite a few of the systems I've been sharing, especially over this year, is what I've found that works for our family, and I said I've had them running quite some time. It's only when I know things get messy or things don't seem to go back right, or ends up being messy, that I know the system's not working, and then it has to be reviewed. But this way works for this member of the family anyway, and say it's really simple to put the socks away. Most of the socks are very similar. So I've got hubby's socks, as I said, and my son's socks. It just makes it easier to put laundry away. So the new ones hubby's had, or the more recent ones he's had, is these navy ones with the white stripe, but most of hubby's is these type of work socks, and basically it's a lot easier to you know, sort of partner them up because they're all the same. As my son's got darker socks as well, but slightly different, so I recognise whose is who when I'm sorting the laundry out. It just makes it a lot easier if a lot of the socks are the same. It doesn't matter about mine so much, due to the fact that I have all different character socks as well, but then again, mine are easily, being the only female in our home, it's easy to sort mine and put them away. So that's hubby's socks put away. I'm just going to finish putting my son's laundry away and put his socks away. Right, so in my son's room, so this is what I meant by sorting socks. These are the same sort of ones I've got. Mine tend to be, I think, a little bit narrow, as I said. I'm sure they came in a set, and this just works out fine for my son. He has his character socks at the back that he uses when he's not at work. You know, well, he works most weekends. He does get Sundays off at the moment due to the lockdown, but normally he would be working Sundays. Now, the ones that I know that are my son's, he has three lots if you count the grey ones. His are the darker ones, very similar to hubby's, except he's got the yellow stripe on. I have actually explained this before, and these type, and he also has the grey ones, so I know which work socks are his. So I'm just actually replenishing everybody's drawers ready for the week. As I said, I'm hoping to start doing some more creative stuff next week. That's why I was trying to get my house cleaned and tidied up and everything to a certain extent, you know, quite easy to deal with for the next week. I'll still be doing pieces around our home, but as I said, I might take a bit of a back burner on to do with my cleaning, but there's certain things that still need to be done every week. Yeah, it's not particularly very light in my son's bedroom, but I do have my DC t-shirt on. This one I've had absolutely years. It's just one that I've unearthed from from my wardrobe, and I thought I wanted to, you know, sort of wear different things, as I normally wear lighter clothing or t-shirts during the summer months and darker during the winter. It's just me. So we've got, you know, this one that's got Flash, it's got Superman on, it's got Batman on, you know, and all the different characters. So we may be watching a DC movie later today. So I'm just changing cushion covers around our home. So I'm going to put this one on, which says I need more sleep. And yes, because some of our cushion pads are getting quite, you know, squished up now, we do need some new ones. But that'll have to wait until I able to go shopping. It's like pillars. That's something that needs replacing around our home as well. Cushion pads and pillars. So that's something on my wish list that needs to be replaced. So as I said, frequently, because I can't move furniture around, I tend to move furnishings around, as I said. Plus it just gives it a fresh look, you know, so you're not looking at the same thing, especially with being home all the time. So that's it. So that's going to be on my son's bed, just for a change, because the two that I had on his bed I've put on our bed, and that's what I tend to do, you know, changing things around our home. Right, so I'm just putting my socks away. So my thicker socks, as I said, I keep in a basket down here. I haven't changed them up. One time or another, I used to put my flip-flops in here during the summer months and put my woolly socks away, but I'm still wearing them. I've actually got like red, white and green stripy socks on, which really are Christmassy colours, and I just roll these up and put them in the basket so I have all my thick socks, because my feet do get cold, so I tend to wear these around the home more than sometimes slippers, although I have got slippers. So all my thicker socks go in that one, and then I have the two drawers here that has all my other socks in. And as I said, I do have the thinner ones. I've got one thick one, but most of them are the thinner ones. Again, came from the set from B&M, so I just you know, roll mine up. They usually not necessarily in themes. Like I've got more of my summer colours there, more autumn and winter ones here, and I've got my London ones there. As I said, I have done a sort out in my sock drawer before, and at the bottom I do have like Christmas socks there. I've got all my Beauty and the Beast ones there, and as I say, I've got some new ones that I'm starting this year, and that's just an Easter pair there. So as I said, I do like my socks. It's one of the things I do tend to wear a lot of, and I do tend to sort them out quite a bit. So that is that. Right, I'm just going to explain this a little bit of the corner here. It is an awkward shape because you've got this part jutting out here, you've got this narrow bit here, and basically it's just using the space we can and the best you can and finding space where you can, you know, use it to the best of your ability. So this here is the original spice rack and kitchen roll holder. These were originally pine, and I actually painted these in a grey gloss, or should I say a beige gloss, to match the shade of the walls, because these used to be pine, and these are 30 plus years old. We did have them as wedding presents. So at the top I've got the pepper and the salt, and they're the ones that you actually grind, and then you take the lid off and then you empty it for what you need. I've got my 2 little black owls here, 3 fake succulents here. As I said, because it's so narrow, because it was a spice rack, I just like a little bit of decor pieces on there. Then obviously the spices that I mostly use, like dried mixed spices, ground ginger, mixed spice, and then this one, it's not labelled up, this is the one that has the herbs for the roast potatoes, which we use an awful lot. Down here I have these jars that with the coppery or rose gold lids. These came from Poundland, although I didn't know until very recently that there is actually 2 different size lids. That's probably reason why I realised that certain biscuits fit in them and other times not. I'll keep the crackers in here, and then we have the soda stream here. Just behind is a Coca-Cola tub that has the straws in. Again, using what area we have, I've got these 2 like corner shelves here that I mostly use just for decor, you know, to try and keep stuff off the work surfaces as best as I can. So going down here, so I'm just going to tilt the camera down so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry for any jolt. There we are. Right, this unit I got off of a car boot for £5, and then I've just got this wooden tray. Sometimes it's just a ketchup bowl that I leave under here, or if I need to store anything else. Now this was £5 from the car boot, and I couldn't believe it when the gentleman said that, because I've always wanted one, and it's just that extra bit of space. In the drawer here I do keep dishcloths, our granddaughter's apron, my apron, and then any clean tea towels. So everything is in the drawer, and obviously dishcloths and tea towels being near the sink, so that's why that works out the best there. In this one I have biscuits and crackers, and in here this is the tin I bought my son, I think it was last Christmas, and that just keeps extra biscuits in that tin, because I have actually got to refill the jars. I try and make sure they're near enough all empty before I start restocking them. So that's all in there, so extra biscuits, and then obviously crackers we have occasionally for supper. The drawer down here has all our granddaughters' dishes and cups and everything, and she knows where they are, so they're just down there. And the bottom drawer here has potatoes and onions in that one, and then I have another plastic container that can slide out that has potatoes, just for the fact that I didn't want too much weight on these plastic shelves, which actually baskets that came with this unit, so they didn't break. Then beyond this curtain here, at the side of my washing machine, I've got all the ice blocks because I've took them out of the freezer this time of year. Plastic travel cups. This is in our old vegetable rack. And then I've got carrier bags here for the bin. I have pulled the bin out, but normally the bin goes here, and that has all the bags, you know, and I've showed you how I folded those as well. So that goes in there. Again, near the bin, which is normally here. And then at the bottom there, I have everything to do with the soda stream. Again, so it is actually here where the soda stream is. So everything is hopefully, to my knowledge anyway, works for me and is sewn in the places where you're most likely to use the pieces. So that is that area, and then obviously finishing the corner off is the microwave, and then it goes on to all the clean stuff and everything, and then onto the sink. But as I progress through the kitchen, I'll be showing you how I organise it.